All right, so guys, welcome again. My name is Trevor from Trade on Point. I'll be doing some live trading today here on the DAX as well as the Dow Jones futures. We are using FXCM CFDs for this process, so I'd like to welcome you all. And as you can see, I have the Aussie dollar, pound, yen, which I'm going to change to the what should we trade today? We'll go to the pound dollar. So that's the pound dollar. You can see breaking above the cloud. That at about 7 o'clock, the market started to move. We saw that the US dollar and the well, especially the pound US, we've seen retest the Ichimoku cloud, then head higher. But we've also seen the equity markets pull a bit lower. So the flavor of the month is to try and get a couple of trades out today, as well as pretty much last week I wasn't trading, I was away on business, I don't trade that week of the month, pretty much the first week of every month. However, I do trade for the next 3 weeks. So you'll find me here from just before 8 o'clock London time until for about the first hour of the trading day. So I'm just looking at my charts. I'm just looking at my charts here that are my longer term charts. So we've got the Aussies moved down, the DAX is trying to move up, coming into that double top on the daily. Pound dollar, pretty much we have seen the pound dollar move lower, but pretty much still sideways, building into that flag, trying to move higher at the moment. The pound yen pretty much sideways on the daily. Going into the 8-hour charts, which what we use for our swing trades. I just want to get that okay, and we can see, yeah, we are moving slightly lower. Okay, and we can see that the Dow is pretty much consolidating at the moment. I will be shorting it if we break the 35,110 on my chart here. Currently trading at 35,118.39. You can see the DAX is trying to retest that low. So we'll see how we go on there. We are below the low value area on the Dow Jones. So I will put I'll put a sell stop over here, and then we'll get our stops and targets loaded in after that. I do want to just change chart trader. What have we got? Trying not to overlay my other charts here. A good color scheme going on at the moment. It's quite relaxing on the eyes. Obviously, if it breaches this high value area, we'll take a trade and try and take a long position in 35,174 or above. Remember, this is a 3-minute chart, so we're just looking for real short-term moves in the market. We have got resistance coming around the even number 35,000. Looking at the 1-hour chart, and then down to probably 34,950, and then down to 34,850 to 34,800. That's where should see some support coming in. Looking at the line break chart as well, it's looking phenomenal at the moment. So things are really stacking up here. For about 20 minutes to the open. I am going to enter a short position here. I'm going to put my stop quite tight on this trade. Stop's going to be about minus 30 points on the Dow, so that's about 3 points on the ES. Yeah, looks like a good stop. Going to go slightly below the slightly below the support at the moment. You can almost see a trend line in there as well. It's about 17 minutes till the open, and we'll be trading till 10 o'clock London time. So that, 9 o'clock London time. So that's pretty much the first hour of the session. We should hopefully pick up a couple of trades out of that. But ultimately, we've got, like I said, you've got a very good looking chart on the 60-minute. If we bring that over, I'll just show you that chart quickly. Here you can see the 60-minute. So we've had this rally, a breakout of the TAS boxes. We formed another TAS box here. We broke below. We've come up, and we haven't quite retested the point of control. Point of control is sitting around about here. And now it looks like we're trying to break lower. We're also coming up to retest a trend line, and you can see that quite clearly over here. And we are, as long as we stay below this trend line, and that's what I meant, is if we put about a 30 or 40 point stop, then we're pretty much above the low value area. We're above the trend line, and we're above this recent high here. So it's probably about 40 point stop. But we want to obviously see London open, you know, could try and retest. And as long as we stay above for the next 14 minutes, we'll stay below the low value area, which is 35.40 on the FXCM CFD US 30 or Dow Jones, then we're still good for a short. But it would be nice for this to rip about 20 points higher or 15 points higher, fail, and then we can get into a trade, and then straight away we're in the money as soon as we start to move down, should the market want to go short. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this morning. Nice and simple. And like I said, I'll be trading every day this week, so please come and join me. If you haven't already had a look at our website, go to tradeonpoint.com. And just remember that any information given throughout this webinar is for educational information purposes only. We don't provide financial advice. We don't tell you when to get into a trade because we don't know what your financial circumstances are. So don't follow us on your live account. Do your own analysis and then get into the trade if you think that the market is going to move. So there we are. We're into the trade there. I'll just change that to chart trader. Just hide that. We'll put it on 2 points. We don't want my screen's a bit off at the moment. Just over 10 minutes, about 13 minutes to the open. That's when we'll see the volume coming into the market. So just bear in mind as well, if I go onto my calendar, this is the FXCM calendar. So I'll just get it down, and you can see here coming up news for the week. We've got a bit of news later, but that's quite a bit later. So probably what's that, about 8 hours from now, we've got the FOMC and jobs openings, and we've got the members speaking, so Barkin speaking, and that's quite a bit later in the day. So that's outside of our trading times during the session. Nothing really on the cards for Tuesday. Wednesday, obviously CPI, core CPI. Put that into your calendars now. Coming out 1:30, and that's 1:30 London time. And then moving on to Thursday, not a lot going on Thursday. PPI coming out in the late afternoon or early afternoon London time. And then Friday, pretty much a dead day, so which we don't trade on Friday. So as far as our session goes today, we might see a little bit of volatility coming in with people trying to guess what's going to happen over here. But other than that, there's no real news coming out, so nothing that's really going to affect the market, which is good. Okay. Right. So in this trade at the moment, look, it hasn't got much against us, so not really worried about this trade. We are testing the low value area at the moment. We've got about 10 minutes to the open. So I'm going to hold. I'm going to stay in this position at the moment. My stop's going to be probably getting out if we get above this high value area over here, this red line. But this is going to be our resistance. We'll hold in 33. If it goes beyond 33, we'll have a look at what we're going to do. Pretty much on the 1 hour chart, we're just pulling back. We're still below that trend line. So nothing that's setting off alarm bells at the moment. Still, we're still below the open on the 8 hour chart, which is great. That's coming off the highs with the doji 2 bars before that. Got a nice little doji, a bit of indecision going on. So we'll see how we go.